The heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours for speech, and night to night declares knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, I am delighted to welcome you aboard What Do You Know? We're still dealing with the mainstream portion of this enterprise. And today, we have the fifth in the preliminaries in the 2024 competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the competitors, some of them are known, others are debutants. Let's find out who they are. The contestants will introduce themselves.
My name is Tomon Diao Agodo, a past student of Keta Senior High School.
And from the Zobulga Electra area in the Puziga district, my name is John Awuni.
I am calling you a native of Tapa.
Thomas Enin Obeng, SEC, West Hills.
I surmise, Newman Akoli is making his first appearance. So yes, and again, it is Thomas and Obeng, yes, both of you. But we know Thurman, Agodo, and Jonah. Ladies and gentlemen, fifth preliminary in 2024, round one, question one. The Israelites, Thurman, they were a confederation of Iron Age Semitic-speaking tribes of the ancient Near East. Now, who inhabited a part of Canaan during the tribal and monarchic periods? Now, according to the religious narrative of the Hebrew Bible, the Israelites' origin is traced back to the biblical patriarchs and the matriarchs, Abraham and his wife Sarah, through their son Isaac and his wife Rebekah, and their son Jacob, and who was later called Israel, and so on. Jacob had 12 sons according to biblical accounts. Jacob had 12 sons. Now, this particular information is recited in Genesis 48. Now, you're going to mention two that you know.
Joseph and Benjamin.
Who? Joseph and Benjamin, they are the common. Common. You deliver the common names here. Joseph and Benjamin. John.
Naphtali and then Manasseh. Or Naphtali and Reuben.
Naphtali and Reuben is correct. Akoli.
Gad and Asher.
Gad and Ishaka. Sorry. My goodness. So, yes, Anin.
Jude and Benjamin.
But Benjamin has been mentioned already.
Okay, Jude and Raphael.
There's a Raphael among the 12 sons of Jacob. But as a lapsus linguae on my part, I mentioned, who did I mention? Issachar. Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. Thurman, again, in Christian theology and ecclesiology, apostles, particularly the 12 apostles, also known as the 12 disciples, or simply the 12, were the primary disciples of Jesus according to the New Testament. Again, 12. Two of these disciples.
John and Simon Peter.
Sorry?
John Simon Peter.
And Peter, correct? 3 points. Auni.
Jude and Matthias.
Who?
Jude and Matthias. Or Matthias and then Simon of Zebedee.
Simon of Zebedee. You've lost account of the disciples. Newman.
Matthew and Peter.
But Peter had been mentioned.
Matthew and Judas Iscariot.
Matthew and Judas Iscariot is one. Matthew, Judas. Finally, Obeng.
Thomas Bartholomew.
Thomas
Bartholomew.
And Bartholomew is correct. You understand? Peter, James, John, Andrew, Bartholomew, also known as Nathaniel, James, Judas, Jude. Did you mention Jude?
Yes, I did. And then after Judas Iscariot was he left, Matthias came in.
No.
that's
So
what
who did you mention?
I mentioned Jude and Matthias. He replaced.
Oh, okay. He
Judas
was
Iscariot.
okay.
Yeah.
Put your hands together for him. Jude, of course, Jude or Thaddeus, Matthew or Levi, Philip, Simon the Zealot, and Thomas. Yes, I remember when the cast lost and it fell on Matthias. Yes, Thormund. Africa is made up of 54 fully recognized sovereign countries. Now, you will mention one of the seas or water bodies that differentiate the borders of the African continent from the other continents. You do so, you one each. You mention one each. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. The Atlantic Ocean.
The Atlantic Ocean, obviously. John,
The Mediterranean.
the Mediterranean Sea is correct. Newman Akoli.
The Pacific.
The Pacific is unavailable here. I think that belongs to another purely
The Arctic.
different geographical context.
The Arctic.
The what?
Arctic.
You're going away. Thomas,
Indian Ocean.
the Indian Ocean. You understand? The Mediterranean, the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the Atlantic Ocean. Again, Thomas. Now listen. You see, Cape Verde or Cabo Verde, officially the Republic of Cabo Verde. It is an island country in the central Atlantic Ocean. Now, the 10 volcanic islands in its archipelago have a combined land area of about 4,033 square kilometers. Cape Verde has the Cape Verdean escudo as their currency. And the Portuguese as the official language. Capital of
Praia.
Cape Verde. Praia, of course, is correct. But you understand, so there was the need to supply abundant, a multitude of information on Cape Verde, eventually landing on Praia, the capital. Now, John, Djibouti.
The same thing, Djibouti, the capital.
But I'm not asking you anything. I'll change the question. Of course, and let's inform the public. Now listen, it's on the Horn of Africa. It is mostly French and Arabic speaking country of dry shrublands, volcanic formations, and Gulf of Asian beaches and so on. Djibouti is the home to one of the saltiest bodies of water in the world. Now, this low-lying Lake Assal in the Danakli Desert, but what again is the capital of Djibouti?
Okay, so now it's Djibouti.
Djibouti is correct. Put your Djibouti for Djibouti. Djibouti for Djibouti. Now, Newman, you're going to get a similar thing, not so. So Malawi, you start preparing. A landlocked country in southeastern Africa, defined by its topography of highlands, split by the Great Rift Valley and the enormous Lake Malawi. Now, the lake's southern ends falls within Lake Malawi National, capital of Malawi. Plenty of time. Normally, I would just ask you, what is the capital of Malawi?
Malawi City.
Because Djibouti arrived as Djibouti, Malawi should be Malawi. You think Malawi is Malawi? Yes, sir. Thomas, plenty of time for you.
Ilongweni. Ilongweni.
I'll give it to you.
Longuini.
No. Someone.
Longwe.
Straighten it. Sorry?
Longwe.
Lilongwe. Lilongwe. Now, I think the quizmaster was being unduly too strict. Thomas, don't worry. You understand? Because we want righteousness to prevail. Righteousness to be the cauldron, the citadel of the proceedings here. You understand? So the people must know that it's not Lilongwe, but Lilongwe. Now, Botswana.
Mbabani.
Sorry?
Mbabani.
Mbabani?
Lesotho.
Lesotho? John?
Gaborone.
Gaborone. Gaborone. You understand? Of course, I was going to recite so many things, while you gird your loins, in preparation for the answer. But straight away, Botswana is Gaborone. Now, John, listen. Arrow of God, the second novel of the African trilogy of the writer, moves the historical narrative forward. Now, this time the action revolves around Ezeudu. You know Ezeudu?
Yeah.
Ezeudu, it's Ezeudu, yes. Now, who is the headstrong chief priest of the god Ulu, which is worshipped by 6 villages of Umweru. Now, the novel is a meditation on the nature, uses, and the responsibility of power and leadership. Who wrote it?
Chinua Achebe.
Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe. You understand? So we need to be giving educated on abundant information about the book, historical background, and so on, before we announce the person who put pen to paper. Now, Newman Akoli, if cats do not mew or meow, they do not hiss, or neither do they yowl, what do they do? You understand? So you know what I'm talking about. You understand? You know what so if they do not meow, or they do not mew, or hiss, or yowl, what do they do?
They steal.
You understand? That is why I don't want to mention the caliber of those, what do you call it, pronunciations, the caliber of those sounds. But you should know what I'm talking about. If they do not meow, hiss, yowl, what do? They don't steal in this context. Thomas.
They pell.
I will allow you, but what they what?
They pell.
Well, as far as a bonus, I will allow him. They pair. I'll allow you for a bonus. You understand? Because I can see the knowledge is there. It is there. It is concentrated in the right forum, in the right arena, in the right space, in the right atmosphere and environment. And so there's nothing I can do. 1 point, obeying. So now that you know what we're doing, birds chirp, they chirp, they sing or whistle. You understand? Listen, but what else do they do? If they're not said to be chirruping, CHIRRUP, chirping, CHIRP, singing, or whistling, what else can they be said to be doing? In the concept, you understand, and in the context of these things I've mentioned, chirping, singing, whistling, what else do they do? Out, you've been bad, Thurmond, turn yourself into a bird.
The fleet.
The fleet?
Yes.
No, I think that it's some. Oh, I'm afraid. Don't. Newman. Did you start, Obeng? Yes.
They how?
Howl, they tweet. Tweet, they tweet. Now again, monkeys. What sound do you think they make? Monkeys. What do?
They cry.
They cry. Pwe pwe. Cry pwe pwe. What kind of cry is that? How will they do it? Anyway, someone pass. They pass. Yes, John.
They howl.
Howl?
Like the howler monkey.
No. Oh, sorry. No. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Donkeys. Thomas. Not donkeys.
Donkeys.
What do they do? What sound do they make?
Donkeys. They yelp.
They yelp. They don't yelp. Thomas again out. Thurmond. John.
They bray.
They bray. Bray. B-R-A-Y. They bray. John. Then turn yourself into a frog and bray. And this is the last question here in this round of the context. Frog.
They croak.
The croak is correct. The croak is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an appropriate juncture for us to draw the curtain on the first round of the competition. The fifth preliminary set, 2024. End of round one.
At the end of the first round of today's What Do You Know quiz program, Newman Akole, a native of Takwa, has 6 points. Thomas Enning of Bing from the West Hills of Weja also has 7 points. Thurmond Yao Agbodo, a past student of Kita Senior High School, has 13 points. And in the lead is John Awoni from the Pusiga district of the Upper East region with 20 points.
Yes, John Awoni, congratulations pro tempore. This is only the beginning.
Newman.
Only the beginning of the contest. So let's see what happens in the remaining rounds of the competition. But ladies and gentlemen, What Do You Know has a special presentation to make. The Veterans Homecoming, Special Veterans Homecoming Quiz Contest 2024. And the date is 22nd September 2024, where we feature the old contestants in What Do You Know. Now, all What Do You Know lovers are invited to this great occasion to come and meet their likes, the people they admired in the past, like Honorable Roxanne Dapiame Paul, the Tobo, Benjamin and Bernard Tobo, Georgia EC, and so on, so many of them. Now, I certainly would be, by God's grace, your quizmaster. Now, you can contact these numbers for further details. Ladies and gentlemen, 0264 74 7678 or 024 58 05775. In the fullness of time, once again make an announcement of these numbers. So we have special guests for this occasion. Honorable Roxanne Dapiamopo is an old contestant. Georgia EC is also known as an old contestant. The Honorable Bernard Mate Colley would also be another special guest. Round 2, question 1. Again, Newman, listen. Before independence, the issue of currency was the responsibility of the West African Currency Board. Now, when did the Bank of Ghana issue its own currency in the form of Ghana pounds, Ghana shillings, and Ghana pence? You understand? We now have the cedi as our main currency. But you see, before independence, this currency business was organized, controlled by the West African Currency Board. But then we, the people of Ghana, I wouldn't say we the people, whether Ghana or Gold Coast, issued our own currency in the form of Ghana pounds, Ghana shillings, and Ghana pence. We issued it ourselves. Ghana. When? What date?
August 1937.
August 1937, Ghana. Apply your mind properly. I said Ghana. In fact, for a clue, you forget about Gold Coast. Ghana pence.
March 19.
Oh no. Thomas! Rescue him. Rescue the perishing.
28 August 1956.
You are in the same boat of disaster with him. Thurmond!
1st July 1957.
This boy is applying his mind. 1st July is a significant, very important, conspicuous date in the history of this country, and so why shouldn't he apply? But John?
14th July 1958.
14th July 1958. 14th July 1958 is when Ghana, issued its own pounds. You understand? Current pounds, shillings, and pence. Now, the first direct elections for native Kenyans to the Legislative Council, ladies and gentlemen, it took place in 1957. Now, despite British hopes of handing power to moderate local rivals, it was a local party led by Jomo Kenyatta that formed a government. What was the name of Jomo Kenyatta's party at the time? It
was called KANU.
Oh, sorry, John. John.
It was called KANU. That is Kenya African National Union.
Kenya African National Union is correct. Kenya African National Union. Now, Apolli. So, still with Kenya, what is the monetary unit? How would you call their money? How would you call Kenyan money?
Shilling.
Shilling is correct. Thank you. You call it shilling, Kenyan shilling. But let us leave this issue of currencies and so on and concentrate on this one. Listen, Thomas, this prime minister, a prime minister, as you know, is the leader of government of a country with a parliamentary system of government. That is either a constitutional monarchy as in Australia or a republic as in India and Taiwan and so on. Now, the first prime minister of Ghana was Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. But who was the first prime minister of Britain? Now, you see, this man was in power from 1721 to 1742. Quite an ancient engagement, ancient concentration, old program. 1721 to 1742. First prime minister of Britain.
Cromwell.
Oliver Cromwell was prime minister of Britain. That was the first. No, Thurmond. But you know the first prime minister of America, the first president. Who was he?
George Washington.
Oh, that one you know. Now I want Britain. Thurmond is out. John.
Robert Walpole.
Robert Walpole is correct. Robert Walpole. Robert Walpole. Tony Blair. First prime minister of the United Kingdom. Sorry. Prime minister of the United Kingdom from 1997 to 2007. the UK just had a successful election, and I think they happened last week. Now, with Keir Starmer, Labour Party winning with a clear-cut majority. Mention any Prime Minister of Britain between Tony Blair and Rishi Sunak.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
One each.
Okay, I start.
Do you understand? From between Tony Blair and Sunak. Mention one.
Okay, I start. Theresa May.
Theresa May was one. 2015 to 2019. Akoli.
Margaret Thatcher.
Sorry?
Margaret Thatcher.
No. She was before this whole arrangement. Thomas.
Liz Truss.
Liz Truss is correct, of course. Liz Truss. I think she had a very short reign, also. Yes. Thomas.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. Now, I think that's all.
Yeah.
John Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, Liz Truss. Now, Theo Freitas Parasilios is on record to be the first person to generate the element which is highly inflammable and has an almost invisible flame that can lead to accident burns. What element is this? Theophrastus Paracelsus. But which element is here?
Sulfuric acid.
It's not sulfuric acid.
Pass.
Past 2 years, Newman, highly inflammable, has an almost invisible flame that can lead to accidental burns. Accident burns.
Helium.
It's not helium. Thomas.
Hydrocarbon.
No.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Thomas, why were you over ambitious? They're trying to extend the frontiers of hydrogen to hydrocarbon. Limit yourself to hydrogen and you will be greeted with success. Hydrogen. But nitrogen is a gas and non-metallic. What is the color? Nitrogen. Have you seen nitrogen before?
Nitrogen is colorless.
It's colorless. But chlorine is a halogen and a non-metal. What is the color of chlorine?
Colorless too.
No,
White.
it has a color.
White.
Look, Newman.
Pale yellow.
Sorry?
Pale yellow.
Which yellow?
Pale
Pale yellow. Thomas, how can you dignify, lend dignity to what you have said?
Litmus blue.
Oh, he said lend dignity to what he said. He said litmus. Thurmond.
Yellow.
Yellow. Greenish yellow. Greenish yellow. Green yellow. Now, sodium is an alkali metal and a solid in state. It is solid in state. What is the color of sodium? Is it John?
Yes.
What's the color of sodium?
I still go for white.
You still go for white?
Yes.
I'll allow you. Put your hands together for him. But I think I would have to depreciate the point a little. You see, the white here is an extended form of whiteness. Silvery white. You understand? I mean, that is the real technical definition. But I will allow you. White is white. But silvery white is the precise thing. 2 points and not all the three. Newman, military confrontations between Ashanti and the Fanti, they contributed to the growth of British influence on the Gold Coast. You understand? Those conflicts they allowed the British to entrench themselves in the Gold Coast. Now, as the Fanti States are concerned, as the Fanti States were concerned about Ashanti activities in the coast, you understand, they signed the bond of 1844. In which town was the bond of 1844 signed? Is that calling? In which town was the bond of 1844 signed?
Elmina.
Elmina. I don't think so.
Commander.
No? This is very peculiar historical information we need to imbibe. You understand? Because the bond of 1844 is commonly and easily bandied about, all the time, bond of 1844 and so on, the commander in charge of the bond, blah, 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 blah. But where was it signed? In which town, city, village, hamlet, where was it signed? Yes, Thomas.
Anomabo.
Yeah, that's an effort, Anomabo is one of the areas of historical importance, but I'm afraid it doesn't work out to. Yes, Thomond.
Cape Coast.
Thomond, Cape Coast. John.
I've forgotten, but I'll go for Cormanton.
No, it's Formina. Formina Adansi. Adansi Formina. You understand? Adansi Formina. You understand? Now, for 3 points, whose turn is it? Newman. Now, name a line drawn on a map or chart that connects places of equal duration or sunshine. How is it called? In geography.
Equator.
No, equator does not do that work. The equator does not function. You understand? So that will be a malfunctioning of the equator. But the line drawn on a map or a chart connecting places of equal sunshine in geography is known as what?
Capricorn.
It's not the word? A couple.
Capricorn.
If it is not equator, it's Capricorn. The next time it will be Cancer. But that is why I took time to define the issue we're dealing with so that you would not go off track, off balance, so that you focus on what we are tackling on a map, connecting places of equal sunshine. Yes, Thomas.
Conventional sign.
It's called conventional sign. Why? Yes, Thomond.
Latitude.
Latitude. Don, you started?
No.
John, what is it?
It's isohel.
Isohel. It's correct. Isohel. Now, PSA is an abbreviation in relation to prostate cancer. PSA. Now, it is also known as gamma seminoprotein. Gamma seminoprotein or kallikrein 3, and it is a glycoprotein enzyme encoded in humans by the KLK3 gene. What does PSA stand for? Last question in the second round of competition.
Pass.
Yes, John. Sorry, Newman.
Prostate.
Go and test your PSA and all that. You see? Test.
Pass.
What is your PSA? Thomas. Pass. Thomond.
Prostate ephemeral.
SA. S is ephemeral. Prostate specific antigen. End of round 2. Prostate specific antigen.
At the end of the second round, Newman Akoli has 9 points. Thomas Ending Obeng has 10 points. Thomond Yao Agbodo has 20 points. Still in the lead is John Audi with 31 points.
Yes, John has maintained his leadership from the inception of the competition, right from the beginning of the contest. In the second round, he's been there. And so we're left to identify his situation in the third round of this contest. Let's find out what would unravel in this final round of the competition. Would he maintain his dominance? Or would he be dislodged, and thrown into the doldrums? Let's find out what emerges in round 3, question 1. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you know special program on Veterans Homecoming will take place on the 22nd of September 2024. Now, you come and see, and of course, your old contestants, the likes of people like Honorable Roxin Dapiamepo, the Tobo brothers, George Ayisi, Kafui Achucha, Cephas Yuafini Mako, the hunter from Koforidia, Dana Samoa, and a host of so many old contestants, an assemblage, a remarkable assemblage of old contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, now you may contact these numbers for further details. 0264 747678 or 024 5805 5775. Guests of honor, would include Honorable Roxin Dapiamepo, Georgia EC, and Honorable Bernard Mate Colley. Round 3, question 1, John. What scientist and inventor propounded the theory of calculus and gravitational force?
Galileo Galilei.
I disagree.
Pass.
Yes, Newman.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. The theory of calculus. Thomas Anin was waiting for this one. He was waiting for this one, to plug it with ease. Yes. But unfortunately, it has been stopped in its tracks by Newman Akoli, pursuant to the rules of the contest. He's entitled to answer a major question for 3 points. Sir Isaac Newton, but what is the name given to a court writ ordering a person to be brought before a court or judge so that the court may ascertain whether the detention of that person is lawful or unlawful? What is the name of that process? Orders a person to be produced before the judge for the judge to ascertain the legality of his detention. He's been clapped into cells, clapped into prison somewhere, but the court wants to know and investigate. What is that process called? Allow Thomas to come. Thomas.
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus is correct. Habeas corpus. Now, it appears, yes, habeas corpus. Maybe Thomas is a lawyer. Now, Thomas, now that you have knowledge about legal matters, legal process, and possibly legal proceedings, tell me, what is the name that is given to an individual who makes a writ? The technical name, which is given to a person who makes a will. I declare this to be my last will and testament. Who is the maker of the will? He's not called an applicant. He is not called an applicant. Yes, Thomas. Thomond. What would you call him? John.
He's called an intestate man.
No, you know it. Interstate man. The person, you understand, because this is convoluted in the sense that intestacy is different from testacy. Oh, it appears I'm saying something. According, you started this one. So it's your turn, Newman. Oh, but I said it. Intestacy, testacy. So it's called testator. Testator. Now, the name that is given to an official whose job it is to discover the cause of death of a person by conducting an inquest. How is he officially known? Somebody dies and an official investigation is set in motion to find why he died. The officer who conducts these proceedings, what name would you give to him?
It's me or
He's called what?
me
Oh,
or
no. It's Thomas.
pathologist.
Oh, no, you understand? No, not the person who is finding the cause, medical cause of death. But the person is appointed an official. His job is to discover the cause by holding an inquest. You understand? The salient words are holding an inquest. You understand? Special inquiry, not that pathological inquiry. No, special proceedings set in motion. Yes, Thomond.
Forensic expert.
No, he's not a forensic expert. Yes, John.
Pass.
No, Newman. He's called what? A coroner. A coroner. Now, what is the term used for this process of determining the cause of death? You understand? Yeah, what is it?
Postmortem.
Postmortem. You understand? You understand? So the postmortem or the autopsy is different from setting up an inquiry to discover the cause of death, which is presided over by a coroner. You understand? Now, is it Thomas? Sorry, Thomond. In financial accounting, an asset is an economic resource, anything tangible or intangible that can't be owned or controlled to produce value, and that is held to have a positive economic value, and it is considered as an asset. Now, what is the business term for assets which can be immediately turned into cash?
Property.
The term, you say I've defined an asset, but what is the name of the asset which can be easily converted into? Yes.
It's liquid.
Oh, liquid asset is correct. Liquid assets. John, the United Kingdom is made up of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Which countries make up Great Britain?
England, Scotland, and Wales.
Absolutely correct. Thank you, England, Scotland, and Wales. Now, I think we can end with this column. Now, you are going to rewrite these words which have been put in convoluted, zigzag formula to form correct word that means something tangible, something in the dictionary of English. Now, OORSUP. Now, this word means having minute interstices. Interstices. Having minute interstices. OORSUP. ORSUP. What word is it? Who is starting? Is it John? Newman. Having minute interstices. Having minute interstices. Interstices. Minute. What is it?
Usurp.
Usurp? Usurp has minute interstices. Minute, tiny interstices. Thurmond. John.
Porous.
Porous. Now, this word means superficially plausible, but actually wrong. Superficially, it is plausible, but in fact, it is wrong. SSC. PUIEO. SSCPUIEO. Superficially plausible. Oh, I think you should have been given time.
Oh, pass.
But actually, it is wrong. Newman.
Pass.
Thomas.
Pass.
The word is not common, so you will have to pass it. Thurmond. Oh, sorry, it was Thomas I meant. Now Thurmond.
Suspicious.
No, you see, the word is not specious. Specious. SPESCIOUS. Specious. Spacious. You understand? Now, this one means very great, exceptional. EEE. RMT eggs for xylophone.
E.
EEE. 3 E's. RMT eggs.
Okay.
Who's doing it?
John.
Oh, John, you've seen it.
Extreme.
Extreme, of course. Extreme. Extreme. Now, this one is applicable to a person who behaves in a wild or reckless manner. Yeah? YRAAWEAT. I don't know whether you, because this word is definitely not common. YRAAWEAT. Is it John? Newman. Thomas.
Pass.
Thurmond. A person who behaves in a wild or reckless manner. So maybe we're going to include this in our arsenal of words in the English language. That person is known as a what? John?
Pass.
As a tear away. Tear away. Tear away. TEAR, AWAY. Tear away. And that is the end of the competition. Thank you very much.
Thomas Enning of Bing from Wager had 14 points. Thurmond Agbodo, a past student of Kitasco, had 20 points. And then John Awoni from Pusiga in the Upper East region topped with 39 points.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That certainly is an enormous score, by John Awoni from Pusiga district in the Upper East region. Of course, that is not a tearaway. It's an enormous, sublime score. Ladies and gentlemen, in consonance with tradition, I invite you to put your hands together and congratulate this man from Pusiga district in the Upper East region of Ghana, John Awoni. But of course, you must also congratulate Thurmond Agbodo, a Kitasco old student, Thurmond Agbodo, also needs to be congratulated. But I must extend my congratulations to these debutants They just entered the competition. I wish them better luck next time when they have the opportunity to participate in this competition. And Newman Akoli and Thomas and Ningobe. We've come to the end of the whole caboodle. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Lord, lift up his countenance upon all of you and grant you peace. On this note, and until the same time next week, when we bring you questions from our archaeology zoology, on behalf of my producer, Francis Mensah, Kingsley Body, Francis Terado, Collins Mensah, Samuel Logo, Chris Light, and Inkra, Felix Bebia, Sedna Mensah, John Poby, Frank Denji, David Tedeku, and last but not least, Kanjaga Lagaton. This has been your Quizmaster, Dana Ferrieboa, asking you here, and those out there, it is what do you?